Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final day of the Zurubang World League. You cannot believe how excited I am. And I hope you're a little bit excited too, because there is nothing really sure in this Zurubang World League. And in order to give you a better idea of how all of the things are looking, here are the matches and here is the table. And I will also put in the match data right away so we can see which matches have been played already and how it works on the table itself. In this last day, Thailand in the lead together with Indonesia, and as you might have seen, our very last game will be South Korea versus Thailand. And both teams, South Korea has to win very high, but it is also possible even for South Korea to win the championship. It's between 3 Asian countries. And talking about Asian countries, 2 Asian countries are fighting to survive in the league. Trying to get on place number 16. Somehow, France will play against nobody else than Indonesia. And France is not allowed to lose otherwise. And Japan and Vietnam have to win, because the score of France is not too good. And then, of course, we also have all the league data right here. So, starting from place number 8, it looks very, very interesting who will join in the Champion League. Those teams have still a chance. Turkey is out, unfortunately, Russia too, India, England, even Germany don't care too much about this anymore. But this is also a big part. And our first match is going to be none other than Russia against Brazil. So Brazil unfortunately doesn't have a chance to get the title anymore, and Russia is more or less out of anything, of any trouble, doesn't have to worry of falling down the league or anything else. So they can be pretty relaxed, more or less. Of course though, Brazil wants to get a couple of points to be in a higher position in the table, because it is also important for the Champions League, obviously. And they just want to show a good show in the end. Here we go, with the Gnomeling taking the lead for Russia. It doesn't even have to have more than power 9, the opponent, it's just spirit. And the Basilisk destroys the Flying Piranhas, but the Flying Piranhas can get a draw here. Ooh, Baphomet is flying away from the Banshee, who also... yeah, but she loses actually. Banshee is just a bit stronger. So Russia is doing pretty well here. Druid also. Only the Hydra is winning, and the Hydra avoided the Basilisk. Unfortunately, it would be the best result ever for Brazil. That is a 7-3. And Russia has a pretty good lead here. Doing well. And a lot of destroyed units on the battlefield, because those teams, they are not into any kind of fancy moves. They just destroy what comes into their way. Okay, Brazil was doing good by not putting an air card there. Oh, both destroying units, and the Basilisk has the better end. Now that is very fortunate for Russia. Also, that's a good trade here. Gnomeling wins in the end, although it would have lost. Hydra, oh, Hydra is needed in the end. Russia is doing very well. Yeah, that's 2 points, obviously, of course. Lizard Archer loses though against the Virgil. Air just wins against water. But the Druid also wins against the Black Energy Knight. What a pity, he has power 10 here right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 13 against 7. And that is a very welcoming point advantage for Russia. No doubt here, Brazil will have to make a wonder happen, because the first round is going to be also a draw automatically. Both cards aren't clashing with each other. Boing. That is the draw. They were... Oh, the Hydra wins against the Druid. That's a good win. That is a bad loss. Lizard Archer does it. Shoots down the equally powered flying piranhas, but they fly. That's good for archer units. Oh, Gnomeling wins again. And that is already it. Obviously also the Baphomet wins. That's a very good score in the end for Russia. It's a 20-10. Yeah, well, that didn't work out very well for Brazil, unfortunately. And Russia gets a couple of points to have a better position in the end table. And here we have a little look at the table right now. Brazil, 19 games and 22 points in the end. Do they have to worry to not fall down? No, actually they are just safe. And Russia, yeah, at the moment 19 points. That's a good 10th place so far. Yeah, that is not so bad. Our second match is Australia versus Turkey. Also a match where basically everything is decided, because Australia missed the chance to be all up there so close before they lost their games and it ended in a disaster. They have 22 points now and want to at least get 24 points. Turkey has, let's take a quick look. Turkey has 18 points, can get 20 and overtake Russia, but yeah, that is the maximum of what the teams can get out of this. So here we go. Whoa, first round, first blood. Star Dreamer takes out the giant spider, the big forest spider. But that is good for Australia in the next round, because then they are not there anymore. Another 2 points for the Orc Warrior. Now it's getting a bit... Oh, it's getting a bit bad. Mercy Twister even winning against the Sea Troll. And that is a draw. 1 point, 2 points from the Chimera and the Orc Warrior make the Fire Elemental strong enough. Yeah, he's strong in this round too, and the Sapphire Golem gets the last 2 points here, so it is 3-7. That is pretty good for Turkey. Yeah, Australia fell down into the steep hole again. Once they had managed to win so many games in the very beginning, were on the top of the table, but then just one game and they lost a lot of other games after that. So here we have the draw between those two little fighters. Let's turn them around again. They're back in the game. Three-headed monkey has no chance against the Chimera. But of course the Fire Elemental strikes against the Orc Warrior. Sapphire Golem wins against the Xuxa. But again the Mercy Twister winning against the Sea Troll. That is 8-12. Now, unfortunately, also for Australia, the Star Dreamer is back again, and Turkey has the better or the upper hand, which is actually surprising because, yes, they have the 2 air units, which are good against the water cards. But of course, the water cards, they should try to get the fire cards in the end. Oh, there's only 1 water card. It feels like there's more. Ah, okay, and now it happens, The Sea Troll, yes, that was the thing. He got hit twice by the Mercy Twister, so there is a chance for a little comeback maybe. Chimera wins though. Now, no slipping out. Oh, big forest spider. Big points against the Mercy Twister. And the Sapphire Golem wins against the Xuxa. I know what this is gonna be. It's the win for Australia. 2 more points again. Chimera and Orc Warrior make it happen for the Fire Elemental, and that is 8 points. 16-14. Wow, surprisingly good comeback actually. So Australia got their 24 points. Turkey fell a little bit down in the table, but that's fine. Here we have the table once again, and there's Australia. 24 points now, even overtook South Korea. So if South Korea loses, then Australia stays on place number 3. Not so bad, not so bad. Turkey remains on number 12 with 18 points. Those 2 little points in the end, the 16-14, make Turkey have a minus score in the end. Now it is time for England versus Italy, and it is the last chance for Italy to get into the Champions League. They have to win. They have to win very high, actually, because Spain and Argentina, well, they can still lose, right? So if they lose, then they lose the points, and Italy can get this very important place number 8. But first they have to win against England, and England is the absolute top team in this last part of the tournament. My gosh, they won so much. So they will also want to win their very last game here. 2 dragons would fight against each other, and the white dragon definitely has the upper hand here. So much is clear. So that is also another advantage for England. And what have they done all the time? Oh my gosh, the clashes. 1, 2, 3 in a row. Will it end as I am seeing it right now? White Energy Knight will win against the Bambis. So much so far. Oh yeah, that is not a spirit card in the end. It's going to be a draw. The Cloud Gnome makes it happen. Good that Italy has it. Ether Elemental wins against the Voodoo Priestess, so that's already 5 points for Italy, and there we have it! The Dragon Clash! Blue Dragon versus White Dragon. White Dragon simply wins, and also the Ogre Mage wins here, so it's 5-5 in the first game between England and Italy. Oops, how did that happen? Anyway, so it's going to be a tough match. A lot of clashes. I saw that England should have actually had the chance to win this year, but of course not the spirit card that I thought it would be is taking over. It's the Bone Golem, and maybe the Bone Golem will appear again. In this case, it would be very good for England eventually. He's here though, so again it's a draw. No spirit card against the air card. What a pity for England. And also what a pity for Italy. No spirit card to give this +1 power boost for the Ether Elemental. So this makes it another draw. Ogre Mage just has the 8 points as the Ether Elemental. Here the White Energy Knight wins again against the Bambi. And once again the Dragon Clash. That must hurt Blue Dragon. What's going on here? But here we have the Beast Kit, and that is a bit more decisive. It is 9-11. Will this be a loss for England after such a long time? We will see. And Italy, that is not the score they wanted to have. They have to try to win really high and make as many points as possible against England. Doesn't look like as if this is happening. Where is the Cloud Gnome? Oh my gosh, Ogre Mage getting the first points here. Oh, Blue Dragon could avoid the English Dragon in this case. Voodoo Priestess wins against the Cloud Gnome. And the White Energy Knight. Never ever has he been more important than in this duel. +5 power. That is enough to win against the Bone Golem. Because the Ether Elemental wins against the White Dragon. Whoa! Hero of the day, White Energy Knight. We will see soon. It's 13-17. Oh boy, that was really intense. This duel If this White Energy Knight would have been any other Energy Knight, England would have won this duel. My gosh. Or not won, but at least a draw. So like this, Italy still a tiny chance to be in the race. And here we see the table, and so far confirmed Italy 21 points with a plus score now. If Argentina or Spain lose pretty high, and that can always happen, they might get a minus score and then Italy is in, but chances are slim. Italy should have won much higher, maybe with 21, 22 to 9 or to 8, so Italy can at least get some more points here. It looks tough for Italy. And England did it. They just remain on the 16 with 16 points on the 14th place. Well done for England for coming out of this deep cellar down there. Now we have Egypt versus Mexico. So the team on the very last place tries anything possible to make it happen, to get on, to pass by Canada. But let me just say, I have a huge doubt. We see at least 4 to 3 fire cards, and here are some earth cards just waiting to get burned. Egypt also was so close, just like Australia. Had was on the top of the table, but then lost as well. 22 points, they can get 24. Better than nothing. So here we go. Yeah, that is even the first points go to the boomerang fighter. Oh, it's gonna be really tough. Hill Dwarf wins against the Ember Gramkey, at least. At least that Dark Warlord has no chance against the Red Dragon. Earth Elemental gets a draw against the Periton. And last but not least, the Giant Tree gets injured by the Cockatrice. This means guaranteed 2 points also in the next match. Yeah, 7 to 3. Yeah, Mexico, I'm afraid you are the team who will be on the very last place, on the bottom of the table. I'm afraid you cannot even come close to Canada with those cards. With this constellation, this should at least go to the Periton, but that is also not the case. So yeah, Red Dragon wins against the Cold Sage. Periton gets the draw against the Earth Elemental once again. Hill Dwarf wins again, twice, second win in a row. That's not bad. Dark Warlord has 7 points. Plus 3 power for every unit which is laying face down on the battlefield. So it's a draw. That is something cute. But he's out. And here we have Ember Gramkey. Yes, good that he's done that, because he would have lost in the end against the Giant Tree. Yes, so if the absolute perfect constellation is coming up, then Mexico has a chance, but this has to happen 3 times in a row, and only then. So I guess 10 out of 100 times Mexico might have a chance to get some points back. But the other 90 times Egypt will always win. Let's go into this last round and see how the last round will be in the end. 2 fire cards against 2 earth cards. One gets burned right away. Red Dragon. Periton also wins. Will it be even higher? Cockatrice wins against the Hill Dwarf. Boomerang Fighter just wins against the Dark Warlord. But here, finally, some points for Mexico. The Giant Tree wins against the Ember Gramkey, who is just a non-elemental card. Still 21 to 9. That is very brutal. And it's over. Egypt has been the top African team. Very good. Well done for this first season. And we have to say goodbye, Mexico. It's been a pleasure with you. Your team tried everything, but they couldn't manage. And here we have the updated table. It is really Egypt who took over Australia with this high victory score, 24 points also. South Korea falling down more and more. They are still in the race though, one of those little teams. And Mexico has the last place, final score, 2 wins, 1 against Canada, 3 draws, 14 losses. That's a minus record, especially also this overall score, 222 to 343, minus 116. 7 points in total. And it's getting interesting now. Argentina versus Germany. The first of 2 teams which have big chances for the Champions League. Argentina or Spain, that is the duel here. Germany is out of any trouble. One of the lowest ranked powered teams has managed to get enough draws and wins, was tough to beat and really deserved to stay in the league here. Let's see what we can avoid with them in the next season. And here we go. Ha! This is a win for Germany. 2 Energy Knights hit each other. Who wins? The one on the first position. Wow, +5 power. Oh my lord, the Fire Ghost tricks the Elite Ranger. I was sure this is another point for Argentina, although they didn't get any point yet, but now they did. Ikari Archer wins against the Griffin. And also the Kirin wins against the Pinjo Samunja. So everything is equal again. Oh, and the Flameling. The Flameling dodges down the Ruby Golem. That is 4 points for Argentina, 6 for Germany, but no Ruby Golem in the next round. So that's gonna be tough. And who knows if the Energy Knights have this same constellation once again. The Energy Knight was the winning key for Italy. And by the way, yeah, Italy is hoping definitely that Germany is winning, obviously. Because only then they would have a chance to go to the Champions League. But the Ikari Archer shoots an arrow through their heart, it seems, although the Fire Ghost again tricks the Elite Ranger. What is happening here? Kirin also winning again. And this time the tables have turned. No, it does. I thought it would be the 4th position. Why do I always mix it up? It's just a draw. I'm sorry, guys. But that is a win of the Flameling. So we have 7 points and Argentina is leading out of a sudden. Oh boy. And also, I have to say, Germany would have had to win like with 20 or more points to make Italy smell a chance for the Champions League. It doesn't look like. Italy seems to be out. Last round. Now it is only Argentina or Spain. That is the question. Who can manage? Unless Germany makes things very interesting again. No, Ikari Archer, 3rd time in a row, takes out the Griffin. Ouch. Blue Energy Knight wins against the Pingu Samunja. Elite Ranger wins against the Green Energy Knight. The game is over. Oh, wow. Kirin also wins against the Fire Ghost. Only the Ruby Golem can get points back. So in the end, that is a massive win. It's very good for Argentina. And Germany has only 11 points. So Argentina on their way. They have done their job in the end. And here is the table. Yes, it's 23 points. They are definitely in. I even mistaken this. They had the 21 points in the end. So yeah, no doubt. Argentina is in the Champions League. They have made it happen. Congrats. Although, is it really the case? If Spain wins higher, if United States wins higher? Yeah, I think Brazil missed it up. That's why. So Argentina, Champions League. Woohoo! And now we can see if India can follow them. Spain. India versus Spain. That is the matchup. Spain has to win. If they win, they are also in the Champions League. And follow Argentina. If they lose, things might go different. But yeah, we will see. We will see. India has been pretty good. India also, just like Germany, has nothing to lose anymore. They can just play like this. Steel Golem gets the first 2 points. Oh, and so many non-elemental cards. Cyborg Rain wins against the Sand Golem. Adamantium Golem wins against the Mugok. The Flesh-Eating Plant loses against the Gladiator. And the Shadow Pixie cannot win against the Dark Elf Assassin. Not even get a draw. 6. Yeah, and then I also just realized it would be the only European team who would manage to go into the Champions League. Oof. So Spain really has to try to get this honor done. There's a lot of European teams and they haven't done very well in this very first season. Nobody in the top tier. They're all fighting to not fall down a league. Yeah, actually they've managed that too very well. France is still fighting though. Second round, such a close victory. Wow, very important for Cyborg Rain. Dark Elf Assassin this time loses against the Flesh-Eating Plant though. Sand Golem just wins against the Sorcerer Apprentice. Oh wow, Shadow Pixie, there we go. Winning against the Mugok. And Adamantium Golem winning against the Gladiator. Spain! Don't do it! 12-8? Oh no! The last European chance. Will they lose it? That was a massive victory by India. Very, very high. Very unexpected. So, how is this going to end here? Oh no, so many clashes. There is a counter clash, but look at that. Oh, here's another counter clash, but it's not a real counter clash in the end. It is the Cyborg Rain, as we all know. So 2 points for Spain. Shadow Pixie again against the Mugok. Oh no, Flesh-Eating Plant wins against the Sorcerer Apprentice. It's over! Steel Golem wins! And the Adamantium Golem wins now. Spain even has to be careful not to fall down even more spaces or places. But 10 points, that should be enough. They are a bit worried. Let's take a look at the table right away. I'm very curious. Okay, and here's the updated table. Spain is out. They didn't manage. It's the 9th place, 21 points. They also couldn't do it. No European team. Spain, Italy, England, Germany, and France. All the 5 European teams didn't get anything. They didn't fall down. Well, it's not over yet. Maybe that will happen. But they also couldn't manage. Russia, I could also count to the Euro teams. So, wow, Spain lost it. And that also means the United States of America. They are in. They cannot lose anymore. That doesn't matter if they lose. Unbelievable. And we're there. It's the last 4 games of the season. And USA will challenge Japan. USA doesn't have to worry anymore. But oh boy, Japan has to worry so much. Japan has to win. That's the only chance. If they win, they will overtake France and France would have to lose. It's the only chance as Japan can get out of this. Also, they would have to win higher than Vietnam if Vietnam is winning. So Vietnam will play against Canada. Oh, it's gonna be absolutely tough here. USA, the surprising team in the end, and due to their effort in the last half of the league, they have made it happen and could catch up to the strongest teams in the Zurubang World League and make it happen to be in the Champions League. Congrats for that. But now, how high will they win against Japan, if they will win? That is the counter. Black Dragon wins against the Desert Rider, of course, and the Desert Troll just wins against the Carrot Knight. Sea Monster loses against the Nightmare Golem, but the Nightmare Golem is out of order. Mighty Krabarka loses! It's the tricky air ghost. It's not fire. Oh boy. But that won't happen one more time. The zombie just wins against the Highlander. 4 points to 6. And all people in Japan are voting, are shouting, Japan, Japan, do it, do it. But it's gonna be so tough. No Nightmare Golem in the second round. It was a very good victory by the Sea Monster. They have crippled Japan at the moment, and USA has a big chance to come back. Where are the air ghosts and the fire cards and all of this? Not here. Desert Rider is no match for the mighty Krabarka. Oh! Well, the air ghost loses against Spirit, but the dragon would have been mightier. Anyway, it's the Sea Monster again. That might be good news for the last round, but 6 points now already for the US team. It is getting more and more. 8 points. Only the Desert Troll. The Desert Troll keeps the hope up here, but it is 12-8 for USA. Japan's last chance. Will they manage to win or not? It all depends on this last round. With their back against the wall, can they manage to mobilize superpowers, or will this be the last match of Japan in this league? 2 times water against fire. How will it end? Highlander, such an important victory. The Carrot Knight gains +4 power against an even power. That's not even. Very important. 2 points here. And that is the victory of the Air Ghost. Even more important, Japan mobilizes superpowers in this last match. It's equalized. Nightmare Golem wins. A little lead for Japan. This is a loss, Black Dragon. It is equal. It all depends on this match. And the mighty Krabarka wins for the US team. Tragic. They were very close. But in the end, Japan couldn't manage to beat the strong US team. And they are out of the game. No more chance to come back. It was nice with you. And here we have the updated score. Look at that. United States, 5th place. Fantastic. And there is Japan on place number 17. It is time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Now, the only chance for the other Asian team, Vietnam, is the victory against none other than Indonesia. Oh no, actually they have to fight against Canada. And then France against Indonesia. That's the way. So now we have Vietnam versus Canada. The Cellar duel. But the chance, not only because the Tarachi might have a good chance against the Beholder, Vietnam is hoping I know there are a lot of fans from Vietnam actually who are watching this, and by a lot I mean like 3 or 4. So fingers crossed for you guys that Vietnam will stay in the first league. Okay, here we go. Death Scarecrow, very, very important. 2 points against the Orc Archer, 1 point difference. That's the ideal. That's ideally how you want to have it. But Inuin equalizes immediately. Canada is out already. They can just play completely without thinking and worrying. Shana doesn't have to worry at all. Clay Golem has no chance. But the Tarachi, he gets taken out by the Doomer. Ouch. 2 points for the Tarachi, but that of course is not very helpful, and the Beholder has -1 power here, but it's still 1 power more than the Werewolf. The lead is 6-4 for the US team, and no Tarachi, the most important unit for Vietnam, and the Doomer is the doom, it seems. For Vietnam, that was so important, this point. Oh. Vietnam now really in huge pain and danger. That is not the spirit card they were hoping for either. So here we go. Oh, Death Scarecrow gets taken out one more time by the Doomer, but of course that's some points for them. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Otter Knight is played against another water card, gains +8 power, that's 10. That's the Shana. Woo! Vietnam in the lead at the moment. That is a draw, also very important. Clay Golem, Inuin. Of course the Orc Archer wins here. There's no doubt that the Orc Archer would have won anyway. And last but not least, we also know this result once again. Werewolf loses against the Beholder, but it's 9-11. It is not over. This is the last chance. Tarachi is back. Tarachi is back again only. The Death Scarecrow is out. And there is a water card. Shana has a hard time here against almost any unit of Vietnam. Oh gosh, it's so intense. 9-11. How will this end? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. So here we go. First of all, Orc Archer would have lost, so that is painful. A good 2 points for Canada. It's the Werewolf which cannot be destroyed, but that doesn't matter. Doomer cannot win against the Werewolf. And the Otter Warrior, is he the hero of all the heroes for Vietnam today? 2 more points, equalized. Tarachi! The Tarachi gets the 2 points against the Beholder. How will it end? It's the draw! Vietnam wins! Vietnam wins! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! 16-14. I cannot believe it. The last game was already absolutely intense, and they took their head out of the sling in the very last moment, and this couldn't have been any closer. My God, my heart is beating. 16-14, it's not over. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Vietnam with 1 tiny foot out of the relegation. They have done their duty. They have done their job. Canada, I'm sorry guys, we already knew you were out too. You have been doing a great job. The Doomer was in the end your doom. He made things very, very, very interesting. But that is it for Canada, obviously. Vietnam now in front of France, and France is only required to get a draw, or of course a win. But if France loses, then France is out and Vietnam made it. My gosh. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the last two duels, the most important duels ever. France against Indonesia, and then later we will have Thailand versus South Korea, or South Korea versus Thailand. It couldn't be more dramatic, really not. First of all, this is the game to win the championship. Indonesia has to win, of course, in order to overtake Thailand, and maybe hope that Thailand will slip against the so strong South Koreans. And of course, France has to win in order to stay in the league. Only 1 point, a draw would be the only thing necessary, and they will survive in the first league. Okay, so that is it. The stakes are already done. We are going to have the match of the matches right after this one, but this is equally strong. Look at that. 2 fire cards against 2 water cards. France has an advantage, but not here. Indonesia dodged magnificently. 2 Earth Ghosts, and they don't harm each other. The draw in the first round. Ooh! +5. It's a draw against the Manticore. Perfect situated red energy knight, but he is out. Will be missed painfully in the next round. Cyclops just clearly wins against the Orc Shaman. France gets the lead, but Windigo hits back. It's equalized. Moondog wins for France. 6-4. But without the Energy Knight, it's gonna be absolutely dramatic. But if I wouldn't know it better than Indonesia has a super tough time here to get anything done against France, and Vietnam is also on the edge of their seat. They want, of course, Indonesia to win this. This was very important for Indonesia, that it's not the Earth card. Second round, it's the Manticore losing against the Water Ghost. So tricky. 2 points to France, but now in the last round it will be an Earth card, which is very bad. Coral Golem wins, obviously, against the Red Energy Knight. Oh boy. Cyclops gets more points against Windigo. And the Earth Ghost is not an air card, gets only a draw against the Moondog. And finally the Whoopee Girl wins! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! France will almost, it's so close. France needs 2 more points. 2 little more points, and they are staying in the league. And Indonesia is completely baffled. They cannot believe it. They have the championship on their foot, and they cannot manage to win against France. It's so intense. Look at the duels. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Last round, Earth Ghost. Yeah, he's doing good to not be in this match setup here. 2 points for Indonesia. They need every single point. Here are some more. Coral Golem, very important against Whoopee Girl. But the Windigo loses against Red Energy Knight. It's over. It's over. France wins. France wins against Indonesia. Oh my god. Oh my god. 19-11. Indonesia is out. They couldn't win. They are not the champions. Instead, France manages to stay in the league in the very last game. Absolutely dramatic. And here is the table. It is as it is. Indonesia couldn't win the championship. They are out of the game. Instead, France even overtook Germany now in the last meters. And it happened as it had to happen. Poor Vietnam. They tried everything. 6 victories weren't enough. They will go into the relegation and out of the Zurubang World League for the next season. That is a fact. And now we have it. The last and final game. And still, wonders can happen. If South Korea wins really high against Thailand, then everything is on the verge of being correct here. But I think it's almost impossible to beat Thailand here. They are just too strong. South Korea versus Thailand is the last match. And I think Thailand, who was considered the strongest team in the Zurubang World League, they might just have done it. They might just have won the Zurubang League. Let us take a look at this last match here. South Korea versus Thailand. Here we go. Melody loses against the air elemental. If it would have been a spirit card, that might have been a bit better. Green Dragon wins against the water elemental. Jellyfish Pixie loses against the Alpha Cat and hurts it for this. Oh my god. Spectre wins against Harpy. And this is a draw. I think we have a new champion. What am I saying? I mean, new champion. We have a champion here, I think. I believe Thailand is unbeatable at this stage. 9-1. Very few teams, I think only 2 in general, have ever made a comeback from this terrifying high score. And I believe Thailand is the one who will take it. Necromancer gets at least 2 points here. But Jellyfish Pixie loses against the Spectre. Water Elemental wins against the Alpha Cat. Melody loses against the Green Dragon. And the Succubus also wins. It is over. It is over. Thailand is the new and the Zurubang World League Champion 2020. They have done an amazing job and managed to beat the best teams in the world, especially now heavily high against South Korea, 5-15. Even if South Korea gets 10 points now, it would still be over because Thailand only needed a draw. But instead, they will make some more points. Air Elemental, Melody wins against the non-existing Spectre for now. Necromancer loses against the Green Dragon. The 2 team leaders. Succubus gets the draw against the Water Elemental. And last but not least, Harpy gets the points. At least it's 10-20. Congratulations, Thailand. You are the winners of the Zurubang World League 2020. Fascinating. Fascinating. Let's look at the table. And here we have it, the end table of the Zurubang World League. Thailand wins with 27 points. By far the most victories of them all. Only one titsy tiny draw and still 5 losses though. So that's why all of this was so interesting. A massive score. They were always one of the highest scoring teams here. Unbearable sadness for Vietnam. They tried it all, they tried everything, but couldn't make it happen. France is happy as can be. France, England and Germany all on those places with 15-16 points. They barely made it. Yeah, and this is how it basically looks like. These are the teams who are not in the Zurubang League anymore. Vietnam, Japan, Mexico and Canada. I hope we will see you guys soon. I hope that the view count on the YouTube channel is giving us some results of who will be in the Zurubang World League for the next season. I'm not sure when the next season will happen, probably in 2021. Congrats to Thailand. Congrats to all the teams who have managed to get into the Champions League. Who is it actually? Yeah, in the end it's Brazil made it in the end. Brazil, Argentina, South Korea fell on place number 6. United States, Australia, Egypt, strong, Indonesia and Thailand. And of course, we will have the Champions League with those teams here coming up soon. I mean, that's a thing which will happen at the end of the year. And that was the Zurubang World League 2020. And with this beautiful picture, we look into the sky of Chile. Let's see where the next Zurubang World League will be held. In a different country probably. I wish everybody a lovely time. All the best. Thank you so much for watching. And see you next time.